But I tell you what, we get some events, we get 20 some of them guys out. So the ones here that I'm looking at look like they're headed home from Colorado, Ron.
9,200-pound super farm. We've got 11 of these tractors. We're going to start off with Steve Cavan out of Ithaca, Nebraska. Pride of the Farm International. 9,200-pound super farm. Sponsored by Hart's Diesel.
Well, he tried using up all the track. This guy's an engine tuner. A lot of these 9,200-pound super farms coming through here, this man has touched the engines in those tractors.
$329.86 feet, $329.86 for Steve Cavan. Gonna keep it. Rick Engelmeyer on deck. Out of Beamer, Nebraska, the ultimate muscle coming up.
Ron, I watched him the very first time he made a hook in Arlington, Nebraska, and we had a sled out of Kansas, and it malfunctioned, and the box didn't go up. He ended up out in the parking lot. His very first hook on a pulling tractor, out in the parking lot.
But you're talking about Engelmeyer coming up.
Engelmeyer, yeah. Yep.
I'd say that was a little scary for him, huh?
What's that?
That was probably a little scary ride for him.
The man was sharp enough to keep his tractor in front of that sled. That was why he was in the parking lot. All right. Going to look like we're going to start with the Ford. Mason Griff's Thunderstruck, Fremont, Nebraska. Now, as Ron said, he's running the smaller motors. You can see they are two-wheel drive. Obviously, you can see that they're running a kind of a lug tire on the back, running a small front tire. Now, he says he's 515 cubic inches on the side, Ron.
What is the limit, 540? I think it's 540 in this class.
Like that, yeah.
Got to be carbureted.
We had a guy one day. The mods used to have a cubic limit. We used to check them. And one of the guys went ahead and put the cubic inch on the side of his tractor 10 cubic inches over. They kept checking him all season long. Never did catch him. And he was the president of the organization. We've been told. Madison Griff's first year. So gals cheer her on. And I'll tell you what, we haven't talked about that much, but if you look at all the pulling vehicles that we have, and we got quite a group of gals driving, and a lot of young gun gals that are driving, Ron.
She is a young gun as well. Awesome.
First out, naturally aspirated two-wheel drive. Sounded good on the get-go, and I'm kind of guessing maybe fuel went away.
Here we go, Rick Engelmeyer out of Beamer, Nebraska, Ultimate Muscle.
Madison went 241 feet 09 with the Thunderstruck Ford out of Fremont, Nebraska. First year for the gal, and she has taken the hook. Doesn't know what might be wrong with the truck. She says, hey, I got a number. I'm going to take it because somebody can fall behind me real easy. So she's up there. So that was a very good decision.
Rick Engelmeyer just took the lead with the Ultimate Muscle. He went 336.65. These Super Farm tractors, 640 cubic inch limit. They all run a box turbocharger from Hart's Turbo. That turbocharger is a 3.6 on the inlet side, 4.55 inches on the exhaust side.
Yeah, I've been just cheating and saying, well, it's about 3.5, but it's 3.6.
You're close. Now, Hart's Diesel sponsoring this class. All the turbos, we call it a box turbo because they all have to run the exact same turbo from the same manufacturer. HartsDiesel.com. More horsepower and reliability to get that extra inch. Hart's Diesel.
Oh, this is a pretty cool rig right here. Mama's Nightmare, Loy Warman, North Bend, Nebraska. Now, I've seen this tractor pull or truck pull several times. And it reminds me of growing up a kid with that split window. We had no farm truck that looked like that. Oh, okay. So a 3-generation thing going on here. The little gal that just pulled, we just got the word, this is Grandpa. So maybe that's where she got the idea we got to get a truck Grandpa and go pulling. That's pretty cool.
Oh, a little bit about that, right, Fred? About being the pulling Grandpa, right?
Yeah. Checkbooks in the pickup. I didn't let them take it home with them because you never know what that might happen by the time I get there. All right. Here we go. Mama's Nightmare. Let's see. Amy got over the granddaughter. $275 and 26, so just about 34 foot in front of the granddaughter. And as Ron said, carbureted. By that, we don't have fuel injection. Obviously, no blowers, no turbochargers. We have all of those classes, but this one becomes a naturally aspirated one. Whistling Dixie out of Long Pine, Nebraska. Going to be Dwayne Pfister on board. That's one thing about this style of class, Ron, is you get all kinds of body styles in this. So here we go, out of Long Pine, Nebraska. Weisenkamp snuck by us. We'll get a distance, folks. I'll tell you about that guy. He is a grandpa. But here's the sad part of it. He was a student of mine years ago, so that's why I get called a legend.
Chad Weisenkamp someday goes 342.46, 342.46. He'll take over the lead with that pass. Nice hook. Now, that tractor, we didn't even know if he was going to be back this year. He totally shelled the rear end of that tractor, about a month ago at a hook, and we didn't think he was going to be back. I think he missed one hook and made it back to the one after that. So
I'm not so sure if he even missed a hook.
Didn't they not? I thought maybe he did miss one.
I didn't follow it that close, but yeah, I noticed he was right back on, and I was going to go back and check that. I would say you are correct.
I'll do some research here and see. You might be right, Fred.
See, the man in his early years was a International Harvester Case IH technician. So that was not going to be any type of challenge for him.
Now this one here has a Mopar motor in it over there, Fred.
Yeah, it looks a little Dodge. So, again, out of Longpine, Nebraska, Whistling Dixie, Dwayne Feiser. Right now, the lead is 275. He just stretched that out there and give you a big wheel stand, folks. Give me a round of applause. That's what's cool about them two-wheel drives.
Nice little wheelie for the cameras right there at the end. There.
Hopefully the boys cut. .301 and 29, so takes over the lead, and we all could see that. He put it down the track quite a ways. Whistling Dixie right now is taking it over at 301.29. Mama's Nightmare, Loy Willman out of North Bend at the second spot at 275.26. Thunderstruck of Madison Griffiths, a little gal out of Fremont, Nebraska. Her first season sets at 241.09. Had some problems with the truck, but she is right now in third. And if we got this right, we got Casey Honnessy, the farmer starter out of Bennett, coming up. That would be Mama, the little gal. Okay, Ron, you got a John Deere.
The Bruley Buck out of Beersford, South Dakota. This is Brady Andrews. Brady Andrews, the Bruley Buck. That tractor currently in the number 3 spot in the point standings. This is the last hook for this Super Farm division. 339.09. 339.09. He'll move into the number 2 spot.
Well, right now, I got Whistling Dixie is leading this thing right now in the points race for 2022. It sets number 3. Mama's Nightmare, that right now is number 2, is number 4 in the points race for 2022. So we got 2 of them there that are playing with the top 5 in the points for 2022. Okay, Ron, we got truck trivia again.
I'm going to go with 76 again, all right? I'm sticking with 76 here, Fred.